it says can't reach to that page. All that you will have to do, just type this, hit enter. Okay, it will take you to this page. All you will have to do is type the username and password that you gave during the installation page. Yeah, the password is the one that you set when you were doing the Bitnami installation. Okay, so whatever you had done during the Bitnami installation is the same password. The password was set by you, so I will not be able to say what password it is. In case you don't remember it, the easiest way is to reinstall Bitnami. Okay, probably you can try to uninstall Bitnami, reinstall it. While doing the reinstallation, you can remember whatever password you're setting. Okay, so for those of you who remember the password, just go ahead and type the username and password that you saved during the installation. I had typed tutoraj and password is password, and then click on login. Sometimes when you click on login, it does not take you. It will keep loading like this. Don't worry, just hit login again. Most cases will take you. Okay. So once you're at this page, I'm 100% sure that your Bitnami installation has worked fine. Because if you have reached this portal, I think majority of the installations that are required for WordPress to work will already be taken care of. What do we have to do in the WP login? You just have to type the username and password. Whatever username and password that you had typed during Bitnami installation, the same thing you have to type in the username and password. Okay, so once you're at this page, okay, I'll just give 30 more seconds for people to reach the stage, okay, and then we'll get going. And one important thing here, guys, in case you are not able to do the same stuff in your local machine, don't panic at all. This is not rocket science. It is very easy to do. If you simply watch what I do, you will be able to do it later. Okay. So in case you're not able to probably log into your WordPress, or if you've forgotten your password, or Bitnami is not installing, don't panic at all. It is nothing. You can simply do it within a matter of half an hour to 45 minutes after the session is over. Okay. So don't panic. I hope that most of you would have reached this page. Now click on appearances in the top left. Okay, in the dashboard section in the left, you will have appearance. Just hover your mouse over it. It will show in the right side a few options like this. Okay. Now amongst these options, click the first one called themes. Click on it. Okay. You will get a page like this. In fact, you should get the exact same page like this because you would have also installed using Bitnami. For people who are using a different stack like XAMPP, I think the page may be a little different. Okay. But majoritarily, you will get a page like this. You will have that something 2020 is already selected. But for simplicity of this workshop and to ensure that everybody has the same protocol, let us select 2019.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, Apache is not getting started. It's
Apache is not getting started. Now, this is a tricky situation. Generally, what happens when Apache is not started is that you will have to check in your task manager whether there is a Apache process already running, and then
sir, it's saying
relaunch your
port it's saying port 18 used by C Bitnami. It is blocking.
now this is a case where that generally happens when your server is already loaded with something. Okay. Now, this to solve this problem, I think some more expertise in terms of what logs you are saying will be required. So, for the sake of this workshop, could you just hold the thought and watch the video? At the end of this workshop, I'll help you with resolving this Bitnami setup. Okay, just to not interrupt the flow. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Now, click on 2019. You will hover over this. You will get an activate button. Click on activate. Just click on activate. You will get this page loading button here. Okay. Or maybe what we can do is click on live preview. Okay. Okay. When you click on live preview in 2019, you will get this page. In the top, you will have this activate and publish button. Just click on this, nothing else. If you click on it within a few seconds, you will see that the button changes to published, meaning the change has been effected. To confirm that it has changed, you can simply go to the next tab, type the same localhost/WordPress, hit enter. You will see a different page. It will not be the same page that you saw earlier. Okay. So once you are in this stage, guys, again, let me repeat this. If you're not able to follow and do it, don't panic. Just watch the video. Okay. You will have this video saved as well. You can simply, at your own leisure time, you can simply go ahead and do it in your local machine. Okay. Now, you will have the setup in the publish section. Now, there'll be a site identity.
Sir, can you wait?
Yes. Yeah. I'll give 30 more seconds.
Thank you, sir.
And to all the participants, this is the toughest section of the whole workshop. So if you're finding it tough to follow, don't worry. This is the difficult bit. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, it will be like this. The moment this is done, it will be extremely simple. Don't worry. Ideally, in a real world situation, what will happen is that you will be sitting probably in a physical space where the machines will be controlled by us. So we'll centrally be installing all the software so that you will not have to go through this hassle. But it is always good that you do it in your own physical machines and learn. I think it's a good opportunity. Okay, let's get going. Now you will see that you have, if you scroll down, you will see these things. Okay, I don't want this. In fact, most of us will not need these things. Okay, let's try to get rid of these things in the footer. Okay, these are the footer section of the web page. If you leave it like this, right, what will happen is that in all the pages that you create in the website, these things will keep appearing. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, let me click on this edit button here. If you follow what I'm doing, you will have this edit option here. If you just click on it, it'll open something like this. Okay. In this section, it is as simple as clicking on remove. You will have a remove button there. Just click on remove. You have to do it for all the 5 sections. Click on this arrow, click on remove. Click on this arrow, click on remove. Remove basically everything. You don't need any footer widget. Click on remove. After you have done for all of this, you will see that all of these contents are gone and you will have a simple page. Okay. After you've done this, it will not get reflected immediately. You just have to click on publish for whatever changes that you've done to get reflected. You don't have, if you don't have an edit option, right? Let me show you how to handle that. If you don't have an edit option, you will have something like this, right? All you will have to do is to go into the widgets. Okay. You will have this custom widget. Okay. For those of you who did not see an edit button there, you will have to simply click on widgets. You will have a footer widget there. You will have these things listed. Just click on delete or remove and click publish. Okay. So once this is done, I think the Teams installation is complete. We can get more into the next step. Okay. The next step is to follow and install a few plugins. Okay. Let me ping you the required plugins. There are 5 specific plugins. I'll ping all the 5 names. All you will have to do is to follow what I do here. Okay. Let me just copy the first one. Now you will all be in this page, right? Close this page. Okay. go to localhost/WordPress. This link is already there in the chat. Go to that page. Okay. In the top left, you will have, if you had logged in, okay, ensure that you have already logged in. If you have logged in, you should say howdy/ your username. If you're in this page, in the top left, you will have W stands for WordPress. Click on that. It will take you to the admin dashboard again. Okay. In 5 seconds for you guys to come here. Basically, it will be like this page. I'll ping the link in the chat. Just click on this link. It will take you to the admin dashboard. Okay. I hope you're all here. Now click on plugins and add new plugins. Add new. You will have an under plugins, you will have add new. Click on add new. Okay. Select the first name out of the 5 that I pinged you. Okay. First one. User registration. Just paste it there, hit enter. So again, let me repeat very slowly. I went to the dashboard, okay, or the link that I pinged you in the chat. I just went there and under plugins, I clicked on add new, okay, and I pasted the first plugin name and hit the enter key. I got this loaded. Now, the first one here, user registration, custom this thing. This is the one that you have to install. Click on install now. It will install for some seconds. For the moment, I understand that you don't exactly understand what is happening. I will cover these in the later sections. This is just like setting the foundation for building a big house. When we go to the corresponding sections, I will explain you in detail what we are doing now. Okay. For the moment, just do what I do. Click on activate once it is installed. After you click on activate, it will basically take you back to the home page of the plugin. Okay. Again, over the plugin, go to add new, click on add new. Now select the second name in the plugins, which is contact form 7. Just copy that from the chat, click on the search plugin, paste it, hit enter key. Okay. You will again get these sections. Here in the first one is the one that we're interested. Click on install now. After it is installed, you will get an activate button. Click on activate. So basically, install and activate are two different things. Install means you're taking from internet somewhere and putting it into your local machine. Once you put it into local machine, you have to apply this to the website. For applying it, you have this activate button. Okay. Install is basically like downloading an installer. Activate is like installing the installer. Okay. These are the two steps. Again, go to plugin, add new. Now copy the third one. It is the same. It will become repeating, right? The same stuff. Copy the third one. Go to plugin, add new in the search button. Paste the one and hit enter. You will get this. Click on install now. After it is finished installing, you will get an activate button, which you will have to click. I may be going a little faster than you guys. Don't worry. After I'm done installing all the 5, I will give 2 minutes extra time for you to complete whatever you're doing. So don't panic and don't try to match my own speed in case you're lagging behind. Okay. Go to the fourth one, copy that. Again, go to plugins, click on add new. You will have a search option, click on that, paste the WP tables, enter. You will have the first one, click on install now. This WP data tables is a relatively larger plugin, so it might take a few extra seconds than the other plugins. Okay, so that is expected. Don't think that something is crashing. Just hold on a little longer. It will finish installing. For me, it took around 15 to 20 seconds. It might take a little lesser or longer for you. So once it is completed installing, click on activate. Now, there is one more thing, last one left. Copy that name, all in one, copy that. Come back to the dashboard, click on hover over plugins, click on add new, go to search plugins, paste this, hit enter. You will have the second one, okay? Not the first one, it's the second one. I think it is already installed in my machine. If as in this is the one that we're looking for actually, all in one WP migration. Okay, in fact, let me ping you the same thing again in the chat. If you get an update now button instead of install, I think it is already present, so you don't have to do anything. But if it was, yeah, it is taking time, I understand that, don't worry. If it is taking time, just wait a little longer, get complete installing. Okay, when you click for all-in-one WP migration, if you don't get an install button, it means it is already activated. Don't worry, you can just leave it as is.
So do we need to update that all-in-one WP migration?
Though it is not necessary, you can go ahead and update. It is just like fetching the latest version of an app.
Okay.
It is
So,
not mandatory, it's optional.
okay, sir.
And come back to plugins. Okay, click on plugins. Just click on plugins. It will basically take you to this page. And I see that in my local, I have this all-in-one WP migration installed but not activated. Okay, I think this will be the case for most of you if you're following the standard Bitnami installation. Click on plugins. You will see in the third plugin as all-in-one WP migration, the one that I've highlighted in blue. You will see an activate button below it. Click on activate because it is installed but not activated. You will have to click on activate. Okay. This is all you will have to do for the first setup. I think